Alright, welcome back, welcome back. And judging by the size of it, it's actually quite a large quest line. It contains a series of quests, that's for sure. So far it's pretty simple, pretty easy. But something tells me there's more to it. There's just simply more to it. And it would be really something.
Well, I'll be damned. It completely changed colour. Or maybe it just got moulded.
Delivered the app.
Well, Wojtek can decide that for himself.
So it's ready, right? On purpose.
I've got the basilisk egg,
I got
laid by a
back.
black cockerel, brooded by a toad. Just for you.
Really?
Suddenly
Surely
it changed
you-
its color.
Quickly,
Believe it
give
or
it here.
Oh, sure. No need to thank me.
Sorry, of course. I'm
Basilisk
grateful,
egg.
and I will reward you. The basilisk
Will
won't
it
hatch
really
from
hatch
the egg,
over a
but it would
basilisk?
look great on a shield.
I
I
still
could paint
doubt
it
it.
for you, as a keepsake. I don't have any coin right now, but you know
What's
what?
your reward this time? Just
Take
tell me.
this ring of mine.
A ring?
If you don't like it, you can at least sell it for a few groschen.
Is it like a special item? Gemstone silver? No, it's just a normal ring. So much effort for a rotten egg. Just crack the egg already.
So, what now?
Crack it!
Are you going to crack
I'm
the egg
curious
already?
myself.
As soon as I've prepared
I'm
everything
interested.
I need. But I'd like some peace and
I would
privacy
like
for it,
to see
if
what
you don't mind.
comes out of
Seriously?
from that egg.
I just want to watch.
No,
Is it
you
really gonna
distract
be
me.
a basilisk?
Understand that I
A
have to
lizard?
handle
Or
something this
something else?
rare with extreme care.
Fine. Sorry. I reckon I'll leave then.
Wait,
Wait, I
You're
didn't
kicking
mean
me
it
off?
like that.
for
I just
everything
need
I did
peace.
for you?
My head's a bit of a mess right now.
Your head is, it seems like always in a mess. What do you expect from this paint? How can you create a masterpiece out of a basilisk egg with a strange color?
What are you hoping to achieve with this basilisk paint? What makes it so special? A
if it's
basilisk can
not
kill with a
successful?
glance, right? At least that's what they say.
It depends. Some people claim it's the basilisk's breath
That's
that's
according
deadly.
to the myth.
Unfortunately, there's precious little
Or
real
folklore.
evidence.
And is it smart to mix something like that into paint? What if you poison yourself?
Yeah.
I appreciate your
Anything could happen,
concern, but you don't need to worry. The paint has several ingredients, and the
right?
yolk is just one of them. Even if it's poisonous, I'll manage somehow.
Probably
To
the
be
yolks,
honest, I don't
making
expect the
you
paint I mix to be
desire, right?
miraculous. What matters more is the quality of the pigments and the correct proportions.
Then why did I go to
You're
so much
talking like
trouble?
a chemist
It's all about the story.
right now.
When I tell people how difficult it was to acquire the paint, they'll happily pay me to decorate their hall with something so miraculous.
What's something so
Or they'll have you
miraculous?
whipped for making it all up.
That could happen too.
And
That's
we're
why you've got to be careful
talking
about
about
what you
all the
reveal.
words.
And
Have
more
you lived?
importantly, to whom.
Only noblemen can do that. Why is your head a mess? Of course, I can tell you about him, because he's a lunatic.
What's making such a mess in your head?
It's hard to explain, sorry. But sometimes
What's been
I almost
troubling
wish
you?
my cursed skull were as empty as that
Your cursed
painted
skull.
one on the shelf.
So what are you going to do
Why still,
once you've made the basilisk
still-
paint?
I'd
why
like to
do you
leave
still
here
won't
soon
let
for
that
another
go?
job,
Let it
but
go.
I still
The
have
skull.
something very
Just
important to
toss
finish.
it, abandon it. Is it really that precious to you? What do you need to finish?
And what exactly do you need to finish?
I need to meet with someone. But right now, I need to mix this
Someone can
basilisk
inspire you?
paint. So if you don't
that
mind,
it?
I'd like to be alone for a while. Come back tomorrow. By this time, I should have everything done.
Oh, don't tell me I have to wait at least another 24 hours.
Stop by later. I can't right now.
It's the right time to talk to Master Wojtek about my next step. How are you doing? Have you come back to your senses?
Henry, I'm glad you turned up. I could use some advice.
What kind of
What do you
advice?
think of this sword? I paid Osina my last few groschen for it,
Osina?
and even had to paint a lewd
Blacksmith?
picture above his bed. But I feel like he cheated me.
Lewd picture.
Well,
What kind of lewd
honestly,
picture? I'm
I
curious.
can't tell much at a glance. But why do you even need a sword?
You're an artist.
Your
You're an
customers
artist
refusing
yourself,
to pay?
right?
No, I'm preparing for
Do you
my
need
final
bodyguards
unfinished
or
work
bouncers?
here in the Trotsky region. A duel to the death.
A duel to the death? With who? And why haven't you mentioned this to me before? So you finally gone completely mad. Who do you want to fight?
And who do you want to fight?
His name
You.
is Burkhard, a thief, a
fragile,
bandit, and above all,
armless
a murderer. There's been a bounty on his
painter
head for
yourself.
quite some time.
And you've suddenly decided to
Why
become a
why
protector
don't
of
you
the
just
region.
let someone
It's
more
not the
powerful,
region I want to
stronger
protect. It's my
to
own sanity.
participate in that duel for you?
I feel like someone keeps whispering in my ear.
That's more like a strategy
Burkhard must
than
die.
a
He
normal
must
person
die.
would think of.
Over and over again. I
Won't
can't
you
even
agree?
work anymore.
Why's that?
It's because
Stop.
I know
Voice in your
Burkhard.
head.
he's the old acquaintance I need to meet.
That voice is haunting you, bothering all the time, and it makes you do all the crazy stuff that you wouldn't dream of or you wouldn't try yourself in the older version of you, right? What kind of person is Burkhard?
What kind of man is this Burkhard, anyway?
A
Burkhard.
vile one, if you can call him a man at all. He's known for beating his victims
He
to
asked
death
me
with a
to
helmet,
attack
just
the
for pleasure.
brothers.
He
in my
even has a
camp.
special notch on it, just for that
Now you
purpose.
ask me to do what? Get rid of? You want me to get rid of him for you? Myself?
If you've known this man for so long, why are you only deciding to get rid of him now?
Don't think I just
What
woke up
changed?
one day and decided
What
to go
changed
kill
your
him.
mind?
Honestly, when I found out he was here, my
Well,
first
was it
thought
a
was to
change,
run. But on my way out of
variable,
here, I
or
was
something
nearly
to
hit
do
by an
with your
arrow.
The archer and the
skull?
gambler?
I realized it was a sign. I couldn't run, so I started looking for ways to get rid of Burkhard.
What kind of
The
ways?
only way to
I'm
get
not
rid of
sure
him
I should
is-
even tell you.
You can trust me. Come on. For all the favors I've done for you, at least you can tell me about it, right?
Look at me. At everything I've done for you.
A trustworthy face.
Don't you think
I
you can
have.
trust me?
Henry,
Look at my eyes.
my friend,
Oh, that
All
might
right.
be the first time you call
I
me
won't
your
beat
friend.
around the bush. You know how I
Beat around
said
the
I
bush.
feel like someone
I
keeps
see.
whispering in my ear. Burkhard must die. He must die.
What's
I
that voice
can't
coming
sleep, eat, or work
The skull?
because of it.
from? Or
So
some
I've tried
evil
to get that
spirit
murderer out of my
that's been
head using
possessed
some
within the skull.
unchristian methods. That shrine
Into
and
the
the
skull.
egg. They weren't about my artistic experiments, but my desperation.
What did you do at that shrine? I can see you were having a low time of yours. I can see that, but what's the deeper reason?
What were you
In it.
doing at Veles's shrine?
When our Lord wouldn't help me, I tried praying to someone else.
Oh. So it's finally the time to review yourself. You, yourself, are a heathen worshiper. You're a heathen or pagan, right?
What was the egg for? You're not hunting down a basilisk somewhere, are you?
No, definitely not. I really did use it for the paint.
Really?
And also for a kind of prayer.
What
Holy
kind of
Mary.
prayer?
She wasn't the one I
Demolish
prayed to.
worshipping? Satanic sacrifice? Wait, is it some evil ritual? You lied to me all this time.
You've just been leading me on this whole time.
I
really
can't
got to
deny
figure
it.
it out, but I
But
didn't
thanks
choose
to you, I've had some good
tell you
days.
off.
Well, that's nice for you.
I'm sorry. I know I used you.
It's all right.
And I
it's all right.
regret
I knew
it.
it. I knew you were using. Okay. Let's not talk about it anymore. No use to
You know
argue
what?
with you right now.
Let's not talk about it anymore.
Let's carry on the job. I need to have a purpose, all right? I need to have a reason, a meaning to kill someone.
So, You're just going to trade your
You harm
bluffs for a
someone.
sword and kill a wanted murderer, yeah?
Without
What else can I do? I can't get him out of my head.
writing my own
And the
name.
law clearly doesn't care. So let God
Dirty.
judge us. I'll challenge Burkhard to a fair duel.
I don't mean to underestimate you, but there wouldn't be anything fair about that.
Right. Of course. How do you know Burkhard?
Fine.
Is it
but
good?
I still don't understand why this man weighs so heavily on your mind. How do you know him?
What did he do to you? I kind of forgot.
He's... No, I can't tell you that.
Guess what?
Are you serious?
I'm sorry,
your sworn
Henry.
enemy.
I know I'm not giving you many answers, but believe me, I'm telling you everything I can.
You lied to me the whole time.
Believe me,
You dodged all
might
my
be the
questions.
foolish thing to do.
I'm not going
right
to send
now.
you to your death.
But the
We'll have to come up
wise
with another
to
way
do
to deal with
is to
Burkhard.
pretend
I
to
don't see
believe
any other way. I've waited 35 years to see someone take down that bastard. And in the
Take down?
meantime, he's lived his whole life in freedom. Do you
And
know
you're
how many
not-
lives he took from others?
You're not in your freedom. Couldn't this be resolved differently? Like more peacefully? Although I'd like to, do some bit of a tough fight or lash out for you. But still, I gotta talk you out of it. At least I have to try, right? Knowing that by doing this, I'll only push you deeper at your current direction. That is.
Isn't there another way to solve this?
And how? Wait for a miracle? Or for him to drop dead?
What if I somehow persuaded him to leave? Would that help?
No, I'm not afraid he'll do anything to me, but I can't bear the thought that the bastard is still alive.
What did he do to you? I wasn't paying attention to your explanation. I'll take care of him and myself.
I'll take care of him
How's that?
myself. After all,
You have my word.
it wouldn't be the first time I've nudged justice along.
I can't
Nudge
ask
justice.
that of you. I've already involved
How do
you
you
more than
nudge
is healthy
justice?
for your immortal soul.
Insurance.
Don't worry.
By force?
If I end up in
Violence?
hell, it certainly won't be because of your
Decapitation?
Burkhard.
Henry, do you mean it?
I mean it. I do it quietly. I can challenge him to do. No. That's too honorable for him to go. I'll resolve it in a more hidden, secretive way.
Sure. I'll sneak in there. It'll be over
Alright.
before anyone even notices.
No one will notice.
But I need to know a few things.
It was like as if he was invisible all the time. He was never existed. Alright?
How will I know it's Burkhard?
I'd
Does he
say
have some
his
special
sins
mark
will be
on
written
his
all over
face?
his face, but I'm
What
not
do you mean?
naive. He'll definitely have his helmet with a notch on the
helmet.
brim.
Notch on the brain. Got it. Who posted the bounty on Boko? Wait. He's got a bounty on his head? Are you sure?
Who put the bounty on him?
If I remember correctly, it was the
It will
bailiff of
only make him more
Proskowitz, and that
appealing
means
to
something.
me.
I've heard
Tempting.
Thrush isn't one to part with his money easily, but without proper proof, he won't give you the bounty.
Of course, I'm probably gonna take his head off and directly hand over to the bailiff, right? Only by that can I truly receive the money, right?
A fella like that won't be alone, will he?
He's probably
Does he
leading
have
a
a gang?
small
I bet my
Groups.
boots he
Right.
does. At least half a dozen
little
men.
bands.
But since we're on the
Other-
subject, I'd like to ask you for something.
What?
Burkhard likes to recruit young lads with no sense of purpose in life. He promises them
Nothing.
money,
That.
wenches, and respect. And they repay him
I know
with
the lot.
blind loyalty.
I'll probably deal my
Sometimes even with
half
their
my life.
lives.
I'll probably deal
Feel
with
free
them.
to rough them up a bit or kick
For
their
half my
asses.
life.
But don't kill them. I know very well they're not evil, just lost souls.
So they're
And I
innocent?
feel sorry for people like that.
Is that what you're insinuating? How do you know?
How do you know so much about them?
Let's just say I've met a few of them before.
You might have feared that. That's not entirely the truth. I'll try not to hurt them. I don't feel sorry for them.
All right. I'll try not to hurt them. Unless
have
it's
my
absolutely necessary.
If they
If you were
provoke
preparing
me,
to face
then
him, you must know
nothing's
where to find him,
guaranteed.
right?
Not exactly, unfortunately.
What?
They say
You don't
he's
know?
hiding somewhere in Apollonia.
Oh,
And that was enough
Apollonia.
for me.
I know that place.
I plan to find him by ear.
A very dodgy
A
place.
gang like that can be heard miles away.
Don't worry, I'll find them out.
So,
I'll use
now I know
my
everything.
detective
And don't worry,
skills.
it'll all turn out fine.
Are you sure
turn
I
on
shouldn't
my
handle this
Witcher
myself? Or at least go with you?
It'll be simpler this way. Trust me.
All right then.
You don't have to go with me.
And thank you, friend.
Seems like our portraying Red. Seems like our relationship is closer somehow. Such a large area.
Him.
How should I know where he is? Why is this tune so familiar? It sounds a little bit familiar somehow.
What? This is our place. Get out of here, or I'll...
Calm down. I'm just going to talk to Burkhardt. I'll
Where's
find him,
Burkhardt?
talk to him, and then I'm gone.
Where's Burkhardt? Can I talk to you?
So, you're the famous Burkhardt.
The one and only.
That
And you're
artist,
supposed to be...
That delusional
who
artist told
exactly?
me you two have a very big problem with each other. Is that true?
I'm Henry of Skalitz.
But firstly, let me introduce
And
myself.
what brings you here, Henry of
By the way,
Skalitz?
this
I
annoying
came
guy.
because of my friend. And also
This-
for the bounty on your head.
Straight to the point. I like
It
that.
kind of
How about
overshadows
joining
your
me instead?
face.
There's always room for someone with your kind of balls.
Join you? Never. It was bastards like you who slew my parents.
Different.
What a pity.
To
So,
be honest,
what
a
are
little
we
bit
going
different.
to do about my head? I'm sorry to say it's stuck pretty
It
firmly
was the
on my
mercenaries
shoulders.
who killed Henry's father. Show off in front of your lackeys and fight. I challenge to an honorable duel. Which way should I choose? Show off in front of your lackeys and fight.
I'm offering you a one-on-one duel. Don't you want to show off in front of your ass lickers? Or are you afraid?
What did
I'm
you
trying to
say, you
provoke you.
bastard? Burkhard
Is that a
Blutig
success?
doesn't need to hide behind anyone.
Draw
This
your
annoying
weapon then.
guy. Why does
Don't
it
try
have
any
to
tricks with that
be
helmet.
hang down like this
Looks
in
like
here?
you know quite a bit about me. What a shame to lose you.
I can't even see. Wait.
You're a dead man! You know that!
Yeah, this so quick.
True. He's dead. Run before we get killed too.
Wait, what? These men are his lackeys. Are you serious? Oh, right here. Reading a book. Or pretending to read a book. I killed Burkhardt.
I'd say you can sleep peacefully again. Burkhardt is dead. I killed him.
Finally.
And all of his
After all these
lackeys
years.
slapped away.
But what?
Pretty soon,
I
to
don't
tell you
know.
the truth.
I suppose I thought I'd feel a lot more relieved. All those years of suffering. And what's at the end of it? Still the same emptiness. But
What
don't
was
let
your
that trouble
problem?
you.
What's your
Tell
problem,
me.
anyways?
What you did with Burkhardt's gang.
I only killed Burkhardt. I left the others alone.
Or should I say they
But
run
whether any of them will change their
faster than I
ways,
thought?
I can't
They
say.
run away.
Maybe I just
run
made
off.
someone else's life harder in the future.
That's possible, I won't lie to you. But even so, I'm proud of you. By the way, what about Burkhardt's helmet? Do you have it with you?
Oh,
Unfortunately, no.
I
that's a
didn't
shame.
take the helmet.
But it doesn't matter, I've still got something for you. I could paint that cursed helmet on your shield. What do you say?
Do whatever you think best.
Why
I'm
do
just
I
glad
need
you
a
didn't get
cursed
yourself
helmet
killed.
on my shield?
Just make sure you don't regret it
It doesn't
later.
make sense.
But I truly appreciate everything you've done for me. I hope you know that.
Will finally answer to a few questions from me
Now, gratitude is a fine thing, but still.
after
I saved you from
another
wolves,
gig I did for
looked
you.
for pagan shrines and basilisk eggs for you. Don't you think you owe me something?
Maybe
If
it's finally the
it's
time to
about
tell me the
coin-
truth, right?
To start with, a few clear answers would do.
At this state, coins mean nothing to me, to tell you the truth. What's your real name? You're definitely not Voista. No mother would be cruel enough to name their child Voista. It's just simply inhumane.
What's your real name? Voita
Voita,
doesn't seem to
Voita.
suit you. And that
Whatever
Voitecus?
that is.
I can never remember it.
You probably picked it up
See?
yourself.
And both are true. One in Czech and the other in Latin. But I've had many names in my life. Some completely ordinary. Others so
Just give me
grand,
your
they'd leave you
earliest
breathless.
name.
But just call me
The
Voita.
name you were born
And
with.
don't trouble yourself with the rest. Would it change anything between us if I told you I'm now Wizard Zito or John Barleycorn?
Right. You're probably right. I wouldn't know, right? Where did you get that skull of yours?
Where did you get that skull of yours?
Who sent
What
it to
kind
you?
of question is that? Where did you get yours?
What?
I don't have a
Well,
skull, in case you
obviously,
haven't noticed.
It's mine. I've had it since I was born.
See? And it's the same with me.
Wait, what are you talking
Maybe I
about?
didn't have it in the cradle, but it's always been here, waiting for me.
We're talking about that skull,
Somewhere.
man. Why were you really tied to that tree? Who tied you? I still don't know.
What really happened between you and those two who tied you to that tree?
You just have to keep
You
reminding
have
me
to
of that,
laugh at
don't
every
you?
single
Don't laugh.
question.
I mean it. You say they cheated you at dice,
I have
and they
to.
say you foretold their deaths with that skull of yours. I'd rather believe you, but I'm not entirely sure.
Personally,
Neither
I'm
am
not
I. Of anything,
believing
anyone,
you.
or
And I
ever.
would rather not.
But we know
believe
each
you.
other well enough, don't we? Have I ever foretold anything for you? Or cursed you?
No.
Then stop asking me about those two, or I'll do it.
All right? The meanest intentions are always coming along with the most innocent jokes. Where did you hear about the shrine?
How did you really find out about Velus's shrine? Even the locals have almost forgotten it.
You'd be surprised
you
at
know
all the things
about
I know, and all the
You're
things you
probably
could
a
know, if you stop now
demonic
and then to think.
worshiper yourself, right? How did you know Burkhardt? I'm still having trouble relating you, an artist, with the leader of that little criminal organization. I'm still having trouble combining you two together.
What really happened between you and Burkhardt? You said you knew him.
From the
How?
start,
Henry,
since
please,
childhood,
don't ask me about him. I'll gladly talk with you about anything else, but I want to put him out of my head for good.
okay,
Out of both of them.
Well,
all right.
thanks a lot for your answer.
Are you
Reputation
angry
lost.
with me? I swear I haven't lied to you.
Only
Well, you
because you
haven't
didn't tell
told
me
me
anything
anything
worthwhile. You're quick to
useful.
change your tune, aren't you?
It's just...
You're
everything
quick to
is more
change your
complicated
subject
than
and
it
topics,
seems.
your themes,
But you're right.
That's for sure.
You deserve an answer. Except,
Right now, it's not a good time.
between these walls, it's hard for me to open up. I need to be on solid ground, at home,
Where
to speak
at
more freely.
solid ground.
My
We're
work here in the
inside
Trotsky region is
castle.
finally done, but I'll stay a little while longer. I'd like to get to know the place better, and with a bit of luck, I won't end up tied to a tree this time. But I'll head home soon, to Kutenberg.
Oh,
You know what? Stop by and
Kutenberg
see
is
me
the
there
next
sometime. I'm sure
one.
we'll have
Next
plenty to talk
location. What if I want my shield painted again? All right, I'll meet you in Kutenberg.
All right, then. I'll meet you in Kuttenberg.
about. I can't wait, my friend.
That's it? It is. Seems like he already set up his little cozy place.
Henry?
And as
Is
always,
that you?
he put the skull in onto the most noticeable area. It's
Who
me.
else would it be? Good to see you.
Likewise. Come, let's have a chat. I've got big news for you.
What kind of big news? I followed your trail straight away. Let's just put it this way. I didn't waste even 1 second to follow your track. What's the big news that you're all of a sudden gonna announce to me?
Henry! So you finally came. Welcome to my workshop.
You got a huge home, a huge house. And I'm a little surprised you got all this set up within such a short period of time.
Wow.
How did you do it?
This is practically a palace.
Is it?
I didn't
is this
expect you to
house
be so well
always
off.
yours? Originally
Well,
yours?
since I bought it, I'm not anymore. The previous owner was more than happy to get rid of it. Unfortunately, when I fell through the rotting floor in the upstairs room,
Rotting
I understood
floor.
why. I've spent the last few years trying to fix it up. But you
So
know how
this
it
is- this
Never
place
enough
is already
time,
yours.
and it
You
costs
just
a fortune.
bought it
But don't worry.
from
didn't
and
invite
live
you to
here
help me
from time
build.
to time, right? Thanks for the invitation.
Indeed.
So I've
I'll be happy to lend a
recommend
hand.
This building
Thanks for inviting me.
previously,
I should be
before
the one
this new
thanking
DLC
you
patch
for
is
everything
launched,
you've done for me.
It's not
But first,
accessible.
I need to show you something. Come on.
Don't tell me it's
So-
another
What do you think of it?
artifact.
Well, honestly, I don't see much in it yet.
I admit, right now it's just a few strokes, but can't you see what's in them? Try looking to the future a bit.
Will this be your masterpiece?
Well, judging by how excited you look, I'd say this will be your great masterpiece, right?
Exactly. My whole life, I've hoped to
You
paint
call
something
this a
amazing,
masterpiece?
something people will remember
Or maybe
even
I'm
100
just
years
having
from
a
now.
very low
And I believe this is
understanding
it.
in art. That's great.
Well, that makes me
Since
happy.
you're the professional here.
So what's it going to be when it's done?
An altar. The greatest and most magnificent thing you can ever paint.
So far, everything
Frescoes
you
of
told me
hunting
to do,
scenes are nothing compared to this. The
you
abbot of
instructed
Sedlitz
me
monastery
to.
got a St. Vitus relic
They
from
all
Sigismund
have
and wants
to
to
do with
redesign half the chapel for
a
it.
ritual.
The best craftsmen in the entire town are working on it.
The
I wonder
best.
whether
So
you're
how did
doing
you
it
end up involved
on
in it?
purpose or not.
What the hell are you doing here?
Oh,
I just wanted
know
to
this
greet
guy,
an old friend.
Bellissimo.
It must be 20 years since we last met.
who is he?
Who is that man?
It's hard to believe when you look at that mug
I've
of
seen
his,
his face,
but he's
but
called Bellissimo. We
He
studied
slept at
together once.
the tavern.
Funny, isn't it?
The
We
Hammond
started the
Tavern,
same, but turned out completely different. While I
In
was
the
painting for the lords in
northeastern
Italy,
side of the
you surely
city.
didn't even set foot outside Gutenberg.
Is that why you came? To
That's
strut around?
That's
Not at
not
all.
true.
I came to console
I met him at the
that
Chiaroscuro
big commission of yours for Sedlitz. Well, it seems the abbot finally came to his senses and picked someone better.
What?
Oh, that's
That's
very
impossible.
here, right?
The abbot and I have an
Comes here-
agreement.
You come here
You
to show
had
off,
an agreement.
to brag
Don't
yourself,
tell me you've learnt nothing since the
to
last
rub it
time.
on.
How
on
dare you?
Master Voita's nose.
You
Go on then.
You what?
Spit it out.
You bastard.
You fucker. That's what Voita wanted to say.
I'm,
But
I'm
unlike
current.
you,
I'm a,
he
I'm
has enough
blessed
decency
with
to
stuff.
bite
I
his
don't care
tongue.
about all the
So he
politeness
hired
and
you for his dirty work?
manners.
Maybe he's finally learned something over the years.
What?
Now, I really must be off, but do stop by the baths at the horse market sometime. We can reminisce about the good old days. And if you ask nicely, I might even let you watch me paint.
I kind of feel like I've seen this picture before
What was that?
when I was helping that bat owner.
That was the end, my
Buddy.
friend.
It was at that time her competitor showed up, just like this Bellissimo. Everything looks so familiar.
And why did he treat you like a leper?
Let's just say we haven't been on the best of terms for quite some time. But that's not important now.
Why was he so hostile towards you? Start keeping things.
You're always saying that.
This isn't important. Leave it be. Now's not the time. I can't tell you that. Damn it, Voita, I'm trying to help you. But how am I supposed to do that if you won't tell me anything?
Oh, all right. Years ago, Bellissimo and I studied
Reputation
together.
lost.
And we were actually friends.
A pastor
in
student.
a way.
That's
He was the
what
one
matters.
who suggested I start going by some Latin name.
Oh,
He said it would make a better impression outside Bohemia.
maybe he
His
was the
real
one
name
who
is
named
Bella,
you
but he started
Waiter.
calling himself Bellissimo. It never really caught on here, though. People called him Bullshitimo. And it suited him.
That's what.
He turned out to be a proper backstabber. We haven't spoken for years.
How did it backstab you? I'm more curious on that.
Did I hear that right? He stole your commission for your big project.
I'm afraid so.
What do you plan to do now?
As far as I can tell, I have two options. Either tuck my tail between my legs and forget about the job, or find a way to get rid of Bellissimo.
I've been
How the
hearing
hell did
this
that
phrases
bastard
a
pull
lot.
it off?
Get rid of somebody.
I
Get
had
rid of
an
somebody,
agreement
get
with the
rid of
abbot.
somebody. And
Giving
it's
up is not
only
an option.
Henry you're gonna rely
So,
upon if you really want
need to get rid of him.
somebody.
We?
I'll help you, my friend. You're coining this. I'm doing for the Gaussian, alright?
Of course.
We're not that
You've got
close.
a problem, and I've got empty pockets. We can help each other.
Should I take his brushes?
Could we steal his brushes? Like they stole yours back in the Trotsky region.
I get why you'd think that, but you're forgetting. This is a big city.
How big?
Bellissimo would have new brushes in a few days. It wouldn't even slow him down.
Is that so? How about we dig up some dirt on him? I mean, an artist that him must have tons of dirty tissues, right?
What if we dug up some dirt on him and explained why it'd be in
Nothing
his
is
best
new
interest
under
to
the
give up
sun.
the commission?
Render,
It's true
Nothing.
that Bellissimo's conscience is filthier than my apron, and it doesn't even bother
than
him.
your apron.
Did you hear the way he smugly invited me to the baths? Ha! But you know what?
Why would he
You should pay him a visit
invite
there.
you to the
Try to find
bath?
something we can use against him.
Bad house
And more
or
importantly, how
something
the
else?
devil he managed to snatch that job away from me.
You want me to find out how did he took your job, right? Where do I find Bellissimo's bath?
Where did Bellissimo say you should visit him?
At the
Which
baths
bathhouse?
near the horse market. We used to go there together. And it seems he's
Surely
decided to
it's
move
not
in
the
there
one
now.
I helped build up.
Oh, yes. He always dragged me
That
to
is
the
bathhouse.
baths. Spent his last groschen there. And when they threw us out, we
In
went
that
next door to the
ghetto
garden.
area of the city.
Bellissimo even set up a small workshop there for himself. At that time, I had no idea what kind of scoundrel he truly was.
But now you know. Do you know he confides in the... Do you think he confides in the batmaids? Which batmaid? I might know that batmaid, judging from all of the season experiences of my past visit in both bathhouses in the city.
Do you think he tells his secrets to the bathmaids? Girls usually don't care much for the ramblings of an old rake.
What do you mean, old? Bellissimo's 6 months younger than me.
Oh,
And you'd be surprised how captivating he can be. People always ate out of his hand. Even I once did.
you do what? Should I just go and threaten him?
What if I went straight to Bellissimo, put a knife to his throat, and told him to drop the commission?
No, knowing him, he'd promise you the moon and stars, then go running to Sedlets to complain. And I'd be left with nothing.
All right. I'll go to the baths and see if I can dig
So
up some
he's a
dirt on him.
cunning man.
Ask the proprietor
artist.
about him. Her name's Beatrice. We know each other a bit, so she might be willing to help us.
Beatrice?
Meanwhile, I'll head to Sedlets to find out what's
I've
got
heard
into
of
the
that name
abbot.
before. Side quest started. Good. I successfully initiated another side quest. Another side quest under the side quest line of Brushes for Death. I'm to go to the baths at a horse market to ask the Madam Beatrice about Bellissimo. So it is this city bathhouse. I thought I was talking. To whom should I be talking to? Bathhouse Madam Beata. Oh, so your full name's Beatrice.
It happens.
I
Just
talked
watch
to
where
you
you're
for so
going
many
next
times
time.
and I never know your full name. Interested in the painter Bellissimo.
I hear your services here are so renowned that even one famous
Covered
painter
all
comes
the
to visit you.
blood.
One?
Maybe I should
Well, we've entertained
order
whole
them
crowds of
service
painters
first.
here. Sadly, most of them have a bit of trouble keeping their brushes firm.
The brush is from nice
Interesting.
allergy.
The one I'm looking for is called Bellissimo.
Oh, him. Oh dear, what's he done now?
I just want to meet a famous painter. He robbed my friend of his job. To accept him to do something?
Do you expect him to do something?
But I'd say he's already done something, and probably rather nasty.
What, is he a
since
troublemaker?
Suddenly he's acting all saintly. But I don't buy it. What's the point of praying if he gets drunk like a pig every evening afterward?
Oh, he's a drunkard. He robbed my friend of his job.
That Bellissimo robbed my friend of
I
his
need
job.
to seek justice.
So I want
to
to
my
settle
friend.
things with him.
Or my
Well,
employee.
that's certainly not
My
the first
employer.
time and won't be the last. But if you're planning to break his face, kindly take it outside.
What do you even have against him? Doesn't he pay?
It's not that, but he drinks like a fish. And when he's finished, everything
one
he's got
drink
stays
like
in
a-
his room.
drinks
He
with
comes
like a
down
fish?
among my guests. How many times have I had to kick him out to sleep it off in that shack of his, in his garden, opposite the bathhouse?
He's got
You
a
couldn't
dog.
even imagine
in
the
the
things
city.
drunks like Bellissimo think they can get away with around my girls.
What kind of things? What does Bellissimo do to them? Probably all the nasty, lewd stuff. Weird behaviors, that sort of things.
What's Bellissimo been doing to you girls?
Nothing now, as long as I can help it. I keep a close watch on him to make sure he doesn't try anything. He swears he's repentant and that, but it doesn't look like it at all.
How come?
Because he's just an old drunk and a lecher.
He never changes, right?
When I was
His
a little
nature.
girl, I actually liked him. Even his
What?
friend. They were
You know
always
him for
laughing
that
and
long.
sketching something. But then I found out what a scoundrel he is. And the fact that he kneels to pray in his old age now and then, just for show, doesn't change a thing.
So he's acting like he's a very devoting prayer, but he does the opposite.
What's the story with Bellissimo's piety?
I'd like to know that too. When he first came here, he kept crossing himself as if the devil himself was standing behind him. But then he went to Sedlets, and ever since, he's back to being the same old swine as before. There's definitely some dodgy business behind it, mark
Wait,
my words.
You sound a little bit self-contradictory. You said it yourself when you were younger. You used to think him as a nice person. But now you're telling me when he returned from the settlers, he's been acting like the same swine he used to be. So what's the truth? What part of your description about him is true?
Where would I actually find Bellissimo?
Like I said, mostly here, in the baths, in that garden of his, just across the street, or up in his room. He spends most of his time there.
And what does he do there? Paint?
More like getting plastered, drinks all night till dawn, then spends the day sleeping or sitting in the garden.
Where's Bellissimo's room?
Which room belongs to Bellissimo?
He still
I'll
lives
tell
in
you
here?
exactly. The one that reeks of booze the most. You can smell it from the attic all the way down here. The girls always have to air it out before they take someone in. Who knows what that slob is doing up there? Drinking certainly isn't the end of it.
Couldn't I have a quick look
Are you
around?
suggesting something else?
Maybe I'll find something that'll let you kick him out for good.
You've no idea how much I'd like that. But unfortunately, if anyone found out I was letting strangers into the rooms, I might as well shut the place down. If you want
That's
to hang
not
around
allowed.
here,
That's
pay for a
against the
wench.
rules, right? Can I find him anywhere else?
Can I find Bellissimo somewhere else?
You'll have to ask him yourself.
There's
I
another
don't keep track
bathhouse,
of
by
his
the
every
way,
move.
within the city. Although to get to there, you have to get to the less developed area of this town. Wasn't Bellissimo's friend named Voita? Do you know that?
Listen, you said Bellissimo used to have a friend. Was his name Voita, by any chance?
The very one. Well, do you
Huh.
know him? Well, a bit eccentric, but a really
At least
decent
one
fella.
thing to verify.
Maybe
It's
too
verified is
decent.
that
What do you mean by that?
this time,
Oh,
Master
nothing.
Voita
I curse
is
about
telling me the
Bellissimo
truth.
because he drives me mad, but I don't feel right telling you about Voita.
Why would you? Why wouldn't you? You don't want a rogue working on the church.
Listen, Bellissimo is supposed to paint the altar for Sedlet's monastery. It's a huge honour, and it's not right for us good Christians to pray at an altar painted by such
Yeah.
a rogue.
As a bathhouse
Fine.
owner, you know the
All
risk
right.
on it, right?
You know, Voita
You know
and
what's at
Bellissimo
stake.
were friends. Well, friends. Bellissimo kept dragging Voita around, and Voita was too meek to say no.
Oh, he was
Bellissimo
following
even stuck his
orders
nose into
all the
Voita's
time,
first
right?
big job. But then he managed to have Voita kicked off the job and took all the benefits
so he
for
did
himself.
steal Voita's
But how
job,
he pulled
own
that
job.
off, only the two of them know.
Thank you
What
for
really
everything.
happened?
You've been a great help.
You're welcome. And please, watch out for Voita.
Seems that I gotta order a service in order for me to
I'd like to use your services.
enter
Certainly,
Bellissimo's
my baths are at your
room
service.
within my proper rights.
I've heard the girls here can work wonders. I'd like to see that for myself.
My girls know how to make a fella happy.
What I really need right now is a little taste of paradise.
Excellent. Pay up, and we can get started.
The lines always stay the same. Having a little bit of taste of heaven or
Let's talk about the
paradise.
price.
Certainly, no problem.
And I'm always gonna pay them
Wonderful.
extra.
You'll see. You'll be happy to come back here.
Your right arm is kind of redeem the walls. Never mind.
I didn't know a man could be that flexible. I'd be happy to do that again sometime.
Alright, off you go. Something about the attic. So I would assume... Oh, it's in here.
Ugh, reeks of booze in here. This must be Bellissimo's room.
This is the place. Wait, let me make sure no one else is here. Better close up. Should be this one.
Bellissimo is working for the monastery for free because he's afraid of going to hell.
Wait, what?
That could come in handy.
Who opened this?
Alright, let's talk about this. Clearly, you were still hiding something from me. Don't tell me you didn't know.
I've figured out what's going on with your Bellissimo.
I'm really trying. Honestly.
What?
Did you kill
What
him?
did you say?
Me? Oh, nothing. So, tell me, how did Bellissimo manage to take my commission?
You're talking
It's really
to
simple.
yourself.
He'll do it for free. In exchange for painting the altar,
What were you
the
doing
monks in
over
the
there?
monastery will pray for him so that
For
God
that
Oh,
forgives
little
all his past and future sins.
Mumbling of yours.
Bastard. Even if they prayed for him until Judgment Day, he'd still end up in hell.
That's exactly what
Were you
Bellissimo's afraid
trying
of.
to
Or at least,
console yourself?
that's how
or
it came across from the
persuade
agreement he made
yourself
with the abbot.
for
So
something
he's
you
afraid
did?
of hell, our Bellissimo. Well, that's something we
Talk
could
to your
use.
conscience.
But we
out
need
of
to
it.
get him out of the bath somehow.
That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Beatrice told me Bellissimo drinks in his room, but when he runs out of booze, he goes downstairs and causes such a ruckus that they have to throw him out. After that, he sleeps in his workshop, in that garden across from the baths.
Why is he still
Well-
living
Well,
inside
that's
the
perfect.
bathhouse?
An isolated place,
so many
away from
years.
people. If we set it up properly, he might just fall for it.
Fall for what?
That the
For a
Horned
trap.
One himself has come for him.
I'm interested. Tell me more. What have you come up with this time?
Oh, for Christ's sake. What nonsense have you come up with this time?
It's simple. First, we need to get Bellissimo drunk enough to be thrown out of the baths, but instead of a cozy bed in the garden, he'll find the Prince of Hell waiting for him.
Oh.
You'll disguise yourself.
We'll murder him.
I'll disguise myself.
Bellissimo
What about
would
you?
recognize me, for heaven's sake. And in the
He'll
disguise, you'll
immediately
tell
shut
Bellissimo
up
he's damned to
once
hell.
he sees you.
And if he wants to save his soul,
But
he'll
to-
leave Kuttenberg
but to
and beg the Pope
give
for
you a
forgiveness.
Reminder
Actually,
here.
both of them.
Also
And then
also
farewell,
recognize me,
Bellissimo.
because
Settlet's
I was
altar,
standing
here
there
I come.
with you. When he broke into your house in our first meeting here. You must be mad. This is my work. Everything
I
could
tell
work
you, it's
under
insane.
Henry's hands. Trust
But
me.
who knows? If we get Bellissimo good and shit-faced, he might fall for it.
They might. How do we make me look like a devil? I heard this isn't the first time Bellissimo has stolen your job. Yeah, tell me about it.
So, I heard this isn't the first time Bellissimo has taken your job. How did it happen before?
I don't really know. We were painting the Guildhouse crest
It's
here
a
in town. Everything was going
long-standing
fine. But one morning,
grudge
when I
between you
arrived,
two.
they threw me out. They said Bellissimo would finish it himself, and if I dared complain, they'd make sure I never painted another stroke in this town. How that bastard pulled it off, I never found out. And honestly, I don't even want to know anymore. It's in the past. I just want to get this commission back.
You don't really
So,
want to know, or you
How
just...
are we going to turn me into a devil?
First, we'll
Don't
get
have
you
the
some
interest to-
tattered clothes, chains, something like a tail, and horns. And you'll need a proper snout. Once I paint it all a bit... You know what?
But what?
Bring me a bassinet with a visor, 3 torches, and 5 eggs.
5 eggs?
They're the most important part of all this.
If I have to give them to the toads to hatch again.
Don't worry. We're done with that.
And how do you plan to get
Nice.
Bellissimo
That's
drunk?
easy.
The madam said he drinks in his room and only comes downstairs when he has to.
It should
I'm not
be-
saying I've got everything figured out yet, but I'll definitely come up with something before you get back.
All right, I'll go and gather all those things.
3 torches, 5 eggs. Wait, why am I all of a sudden a wanted man again? What did I do? I'm curious. And it's a constant thing. Constant topic. I have all the things you want.
I brought the things for the devil costume.
Wait. I'm not giving out my most precious bassinet, or should I? If my memory serves me right, I have a same one. Exactly the same. I can give it up, no problem. No trouble for me.
Yes, this will do. Come on, let's get to it.
And what I'm working on devil costume. That's all we need? 5 eggs,
that's that.
3 torches,
What do you think?
and a bassinet. This might actually work.
Oh, I didn't much believe in it.
Since you're the
But even
one
I'd
who's
shit myself
the
with fright from
mastermind
it.
of this
Shame I won't see the
costume.
look on Bellissimo's face. Right,
I will
take all
I'll
this
let
and
you
get
take
going.
all the credit.
We've got a lot to do. First, you need to get Bellissimo drunk enough to be thrown out of the baths. Then, when he's sleeping in the garden, you'll decorate the place a bit, light the torches, and then Bellissimo will know hell
I
on
see.
earth.
light up the vibe, huh? How do I get Bellissimo drunk?
How do I get Bellissimo drunk enough to end up in the
Oh,
garden?
Beatrice said he goes
automatically
there when he
be
gets
drunk
thrown out of the
every
baths,
single
right?
night.
That's exactly what you need to arrange. Sneak into his room and take all his booze. Then, when he goes down for a drink and gets a little tipsy, you sit with him After that, keep pouring it down him until he causes a scene and gets thrown out. But be careful not to pass out before he does, and make sure to wait until he's a bit merry, so he doesn't catch on to you.
Actually, I'm already a step
I'm
ahead
very
of you.
good at
When I was
drinking.
at the baths, I cleared all the booze from Bellissimo's room. Now I just need to sit with him tonight.
Did I do that? How to prepare for the garden?
How do I turn Bellissimo's garden into hell?
I'll help you with that if you like. While you're getting Bellissimo drunk, I'll paint a devil on the wall and smoke up the place with sulfur. Then you just
Sulfur.
need to light the torches you've gathered and dress up in
How
that
do you
costume.
how do you
Do
know?
you really
when
think
sulfur-
Bellissimo will fall for it?
Don't worry. The garden will be dark. He'll be drunk, and you'll look like the Prince of Hell. That's bound to rattle his guilty conscience.
Really?
Just talk about sin and how you've come to take him to hell because his time has come. And don't do any silly antics like boo-boo.
What's that? What are the eggs for,
And why
by
did
the
you
way?
need the eggs?
I'll have them for breakfast.
You're a right cunt. All right. Let's get it over with.
Chin
Fat
up.
ba-
The
fat
Prince of
eggs for
Hell
your
can't be a
breakfast.
crybaby.
And you're still very mangy and thin fella. How did you do it? Until the sky is completely dark, that is.
At your service, sir.
Bellissimo drunk in the evening. Let's talk.
Greetings. Care to have a drink with me?
Indeed, friend. Booze is my middle name. But
that
hey,
so?
you look kind of familiar.
You know
Haven't
me,
we
right?
met somewhere? No. Wait.
But you only
Maybe
saw me
somewhere
a
else,
few
right?
times. You
No,
couldn't
no, I just have
attach
those
my
familiar
name to
faces.
your old friend voice.
Come on.
line. You
Drink
couldn't.
before it gets warm.
You're right.
It rings
What
about,
should
but
we toast to?
somehow you're finding it very hard to link my face with a specific name in your head. So God's grace.
To God's grace.
And to always being able to buy it so cheap.
By what so cheap? Don't tell me you're indicating or you're suggesting all the booze here.
Oh yeah. God will have to turn a blind eye to
Since
me.
your latest
A
job
good Christian
also
lives
about-
differently.
Women,
monasteries.
booze, gambling and brawls, eh?
a monasteries,
That was before. But when beer
Artifact
started
war.
slipping into liquor,
Artists.
gambling into debts, and women
surely you have a lot of
into one
to say
oddly
in
tempting
this
hole in
area.
the fence, I realized I needed to change my ways. But never mind that.
look at you already.
What should we toast to
starting
now?
to tell me your stories? Now drink by yourself. Two friends. Two friends.
To our friends. The ones we can always count on.
Especially yours. I don't have many of my own.
And what's the reason of that, I wonder? Oh,
Once,
Pitch
yeah, I
reminiscing.
had a friend. A clever and kind one.
They must be talking
And
about
that
Master
was his
Voita.
biggest mistake.
You
What do you mean?
backstabbed him.
Oh, he invited me to work on a job with him, but I squeezed him out of it. All I had to do was tell the right
You're a
people
born
about the
bastard.
news he kept hidden under
Aren't
his
you?
mattress.
Why did you do that to your best friend? Are you saying it without any remorse right now, or are you saying it
I don't know about you,
just to make
but
fun
I'm
of
still thirsty.
it? I can't tell.
Let's have another one, eh? One for the other leg.
We already did one for the other leg.
Ah, bollocks.
See? We haven't done that toast yet.
This is the third round. What should I do? Secretly pour out beer. Maybe I should straight away go on with it.
So, good health.
Aye, good health.
Such a lame excuse. Good health. But he didn't notice.
By
He
the
didn't
way,
even
do you
see
know why
that.
the beer here is so damn good? It's got a certain
They have all the
secret
badge from the ministry,
ingredient.
right?
Oh? What? What's
Oh,
that?
burping? Already burping?
Beatrice always buys a big barrel,
From
pours
where?
out half, and then,
Mix it up with
and
water.
And then what?
then all the girls here take turns bathing in it, one after the other.
Such a lewd, nasty, unhygienic
Hey,
picture.
I'm feeling a bit odd. Maybe I'll just lay down under this table. What do you say? Don't throw up on me down there, all right?
What? Under the table? Oh, you're supposed to get kicked out, so you go to the garden. I mean, that is... Oh, damn. Just under the table.
He didn't listen to you. It's all right.
Listen, friend. Do you also
He's not
suddenly
paying
have
attention to you.
really wet hose? Damn it. The ground keeps getting closer and closer.
Someone's lying here.
Oh, damn it.
Look at him.
The idiot passed out.
Wake
The
up!
weird
Come on!
physical
What now?
engine of this game.
Nothing else for it.
He's turning
I'll have to
into
carry him to the
a
garden.
you all right?
deformed creature. That's definitely some posture a human can do. It's just ungracefully, uncivilized and unwatchable, unbearable. Take Bellissimo to his workshop. Where's his workshop, by the way? It's in the marker eye. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. By the way, you look like Bellissimo's biological brother. Are you a twin brother of his or what? You two look alike. You two look identical. Take Bellissimo by all. This garden, I was here for the little mission, little side quest. It's a little surprising that Henry is not drunk himself. By the way, he's drinking with a very experienced drunkard, and somehow Henry is not drunk, while this drunkard is drunk. How is that even possible? The normal situation would be they're much more tolerant to booze than Henry. Understanding this. This is the room. I've definitely been inside that room before. As everything looks so familiar.
Sleep sweetly, Bellissimo. Your awakening won't be so pleasant.
It's gonna be a haunt house for you, I'm afraid. You light fires and dress as a devil. Whoa,
What the hell is all
it
this
sure
racket?
looks like one.
If I get you, I'll... Oh, fuck.
Bellissimo, I have come for
So
you.
classic. So
me?
typical.
But that's...
I come for you.
Who are you and
It's always that line.
what do you want?
I've come for
I have
you.
many titles and names.
For all the sins
I am
and
the
transgressions
ruler of
you've
the
done in the
corrupted
past.
and the damned. And you are coming with me.
It seems like Henry is
Straight to
speaking
hell.
to a child.
But wait, there must be some mistake.
It gives me
There are
this
no
feeling.
corrupted souls here. I'm a good man.
You're
And
a
more
good man?
importantly, a good Christian. Maybe
You are?
you've just lost your way, huh? Try the hole.
What?
Which hole?
That's a tavern. You'll
Oh.
find more sinners there than you can
You're
shake
talking
a
the
stick at.
headquarters of the
I'm an
Thieves
honest old
Guild.
man, I swear. That is, an honest man in his
I
prime.
know that place. What about your drinking?
Is an honest man someone who drowns himself in booze every day?
Booze?
Every night.
Me? That's this bad digestion. No matter what I drink, it all ferments in my stomach. That's how I've always been. And
So you
it's
got a
the
point,
same with food. Honestly, no matter what I eat, I always throw up tripe soup.
What about your dallying with the woman? Don't tell me you also have an excuse for that.
Tell me, is it honest to lie with harlots? And even with another man's wife?
But that was
Henry,
just
Henry,
once.
You changed your
Maybe
tongue.
twice at
You
most.
changed your voice.
And if you mean the baker's wife,
consistent,
that
alright?
wasn't my fault.
Don't give.
I honestly thought I was kneading dough. I didn't
Don't
notice she was
expose
leaning over the
yourself.
trough.
And all the lying? Do you think that's honest too?
It's tough, Lord of Hell. I'm not really well learned. How am I supposed to always tell the truth when half the time I don't even know what it is? Sometimes things just slip out.
Enough!
Looks like he's really scary.
3 answers. 3 lies you
But
give.
judging from my own experience,
Three
when you're
lies?
extremely
Oh, dear Lord.
inebriated,
I mean,
you don't feel fear.
Lord of
You don't feel
darkness,
anything. Literally.
have
All you
mercy
can
on my
feel is
vessel.
dumbness,
My vessel of sin.
and everything.
I haven't done anything
is
that
moving
wicked.
Twice, at least
Certainly,
twice.
I've had a few
twice the
drinks
fast
and
as
made
it
up a story
usually
or
to be.
two, but who hasn't?
All you can
I
feel
don't
is
have
everything
any truly big sins.
is fast forwarding. That's literally all you can feel. You're robbed with woman, enough talk, I'll trash you. You betrayed a friend. That's what matters.
Nothing
you betrayed
big,
your
you
friend.
say? And what about
What's with the
betraying a
backstabbing?
friend?
Huh?
For the likes of
How are
you,
you gonna
we have a special
justify
place
your
in
action?
hell. We'll flay you alive and boil
How
you
do you
in your
intend to-
own blood.
Defend yourself.
Ah, how
Make
do you
yourself
know
innocent.
about that? It was so long ago, and yes, it was a big sin. I admit that. But I've
you what?
repented now. That's got to count for something, doesn't it?
That's enough.
Call that repentance? Having a mass said in exchange for a
Repenting
painting?
for the
That's just
sin doesn't
greed
mean
and avarice.
your behavior
Please,
was justified.
Lord of Hell, give me
It's
one more
justified.
chance. Just one. Tell me what to do, and I'll promise I'll make it amends.
Just give the job back to a friend, Kara. Give it
Very
back.
well. If you leave immediately on foot for Rome, never looking back, praying
for
3
Rome.
Hail Marys in every
that
town along
even
the way,
possible?
and finally
Pragmatic?
asking the Holy Father for forgiveness, I'll spare you.
Given we're
I
living
swear,
in such a
I
chaotic
promise
time,
by
with
all that's
wars,
holy, I'll
chaos,
pack
and
up
everything.
first thing in the morning.
Did you not hear me? I said immediately.
Right now? But it's so dark.
I like that
As
elongated
dark
voice.
as your soul,
Immediately.
bullshitimo. Shall I tear it to shreds?
No, please. That won't be necessary. If now, then now. Thank you, Lord of Hell. I promise I'll do everything just as you
Somehow
said.
I got a feeling you're totally sober. You're not drunk. He's not on his back. Oh, he's working. He's working now. But I cannot let him concentrate on his work. I can't. The mission is more important, according to his own words. I managed to scare Bellissimo off. At least that's what he promised me to do. Have you run off all the way back to Rome?
Congratulations, my friend. You
What do
just
you
landed
say?
yourself a very important job for the Sedlets Monastery.
What? So Bellissimo...
Scum.
For some unknown reason, he decided to walk all the way to Rome to beg the Holy Father for forgiveness.
You really pulled it off, Henry. Or should I
course.
say, Lord of the Underworld?
I'm hearing.
Finally.
What else do you expect?
Soon it'll all come together, Voiter. You'll see.
Do you need help with anything else? I'd like to know about your past. Wait, that's another option. Maybe I should ask about his past more before I delve into the next phase of the quest.
I'd really like to know
Or
about your past.
storyline.
After Burkhard, the Basilisks, and
Surely,
Bellissimo,
after
I'm a
this
bit worried what else could be in
big
store
favor
for
I
me.
did for you, you're more open to me, right? You're
I'm
confined
sorry you
more
feel that way. And you're
to me
right.
about your past.
You've done so much
about
for
what kind
me.
of person you are, right?
You deserve some real answers.
Go on.
Go on then.
It's just that you have to understand there are things I haven't spoken to anyone about in quite some time.
I know.
And some I've never spoken about.
You're
But
a
I have an
Satan
idea.
worshipper, Archie. You don't have to tell me anything.
Listen, if this is hard for you,
I gotta
you don't have
slowly
to tell me
guide you,
anything.
slowly
At least not
lure
now.
you
No,
to your confession.
that's all right. I've
all
been
by
avoiding
yourself.
it for long enough.
I had to make it
Listen
feel like you're
to the
doing
northeast of
this
Malishov. Among
self-voluntarily.
the trees is a small abandoned dugout. It's not hard to find.
Malishov.
It's close to the road. Go there and take a good look around. When you're finished, come back and we can talk about what you saw.
So, you're sending me on another errand?
No,
And you're still not gonna
I
straight
just
away
want you
tell
to
me
see
about
some
your
things
past.
before
I
we
gotta
talk
dig
about
it
them.
out myself.
It'll be easier for me that way.
What's so hard for you to open up your mouth to just sprout it out? Are you sure you don't need me to do something there?
So, I'm not going to find anyone who robbed you, who you want me to interrogate, or that's been living in your head for years?
Or you
Not
want
this
me
time,
to
my
get rid
friend,
of?
really. I used to spend a lot of time there, and I feel that
Where?
once you see it, it'll all be easier to explain.
About your past. You're a poacher yourself. Or you used to be one of the bandit group. Is that it?
All right, I'll go there. But if there's another odd surprise waiting for me there, I'll show you.
I'll show you what's good. My purpose is find out the Dark Voita mission. It should be easy to find out, right? Since this side quest is about his past.
That's where Voita wanted me to go.
What?
There's someone living here. I suppose I'll ask if he knows anything.
Little shot. A shabby hut.
Hey,
Man from
what are you looking
Dark.
at? Get out of here, or I'll show you.
Calm
Easy.
down.
I don't want any trouble. I just
Calm
wanted to ask you something.
down.
Well, I ain't gonna answer. I'll beat you like a dog.
It's really heavy.
I'll
by the
show
way.
you.
Sort of the situation with an aggressive man in the dugout.
Enough already. Easy, man.
I'm not here
You
to
won.
kill you.
I just wanted
I'm
to
here
ask
to
you a
ask
few
questions. I'm
Ask me
here
what?
to investigate. Why were you so hostile?
Why did you attack me?
I don't want nobody here.
Man
People are
from
nothing but
Dark.
problems and pain.
What do you mean?
Right.
Don't look, Libor. Just
Libor.
don't look.
Who's
What?
Libor?
Who's Libor? What are you talking about?
Wolves! Get away from him, you beasts! Libor! Libor, get
You
up
don't seem
and get the shovel!
normal to me.
We can't just leave him here like this.
Leave who? Damn it, man. What are you babbling
I
about?
feel like I'm talking
you?
to another
My
psychopath.
friend! I can hardly recognize you.
Wait, do we know each other?
How long has it been? A year? 2? Do you still talk to Voita?
Voita? The painter? You know him?
I kind of
No,
feel like he's reciting
possible.
lines.
Voita is dead.
He's memorizing
Talk to
all the
nobody
lines.
now.
Are you out of your mind? What of his
No.
life?
Voita
I
is
just
alive
talked
and
to
well.
him a few hours before.
He's the one who sent me.
Don't know how to tell you, but Voita, they killed him.
Are you saying I'm talking to a ghost
Who killed
all
him?
this time? Are you sure?
Burkhard?
They left him in the forest.
Borka is the
Beaten,
man he told me
broken,
to
and then
kill.
The
He told me to
wolves
get rid
found
of.
him.
What are you saying? I'm so confused. Don't tell me. Are you talking to me?
Wait, are you talking to me?
Who else would I be
Don't tell
talking
me
to?
all this
Well,
time
before,
that
you were-
person is fake.
Doesn't matter. My
That
name is
Master
Henry.
Voita is made up.
Voita sent me here.
It's a figure.
Do you know him?
Imaginative
Aye,
figure
of
all
course.
this time.
You're here for the sword, aren't you?
Don't tell me that.
What
I
sword?
refuse to believe it.
This one, of course. It's broken, I know, but maybe it could be fixed.
How? How
Here,
it could be
Take
fixed?
it. And tell him I reckon I'll never be a real man.
Why won't you want the sword?
Wait, why don't you want the sword?
All it does
it a
is
good
make
one?
me all
The
confused.
good stats?
Besides,
What's its
you a lot better.
attack damage?
please, take it.
Stab damage. Why don't you just throw the sword away?
If you really don't want the sword, why don't you just get rid
Now
of
you
it?
had to
I-
send it as a
I
gift to
wanted
someone
to.
else.
But I can't. But if you took it, if I knew someone deserving had it,
What do you mean you
You're
can't?
talking riddles with me all this time. I have so
Sacre,
many
Libor,
questions.
that's enough. Leave the man alone.
What? What do you mean?
Instead
Are you
of
not gonna tell me
decreasing
anything
all
else?
the questions about Master Water, right now I have more questions. And that was not the purpose, that was not the aim for coming here.
Very well. I'll take it. Maybe it really could be reforged with a bit of elbow grease.
Is it
Suppose
good?
I'll take a look around. then.
Madama's broken sword.
This doesn't seem...
Investigate
Particularly
Dogon
healthy.
its surroundings. Where's the Dogon anyway? Where is it? Broken body.
Must have been a nice wagon. Now it looks like someone dropped it off a cliff.
But there's no cliff in the surrounding.
I made a similar
Chiaroscuro.
one with Fritz and Matthew when we were kids. But this one looks like it's been here for quite a while.
For how long?
The dugout itself looks rather ordinary. Maybe there'll be something interesting inside. Oh, wait. This is a bit odd. I reckon it wasn't here 20 years ago.
I mean, wolf heart.
This roof must have been leaky even when Voita was young.
How many
Sleeping here
years
in a
has this
thunderstorm
little
must be
hut
miserable.
been here?
Someone here really doesn't like wolves.
Don't tell me there were originally a bunch of hunters. What's it gonna be next? I should return to Voida and tell him about what I found at the dugout, as well as the madman living here. I hope Voita finally tells me something about himself. Maybe this madman is Voita's brother. That sounds like an plausible explanation for sending me there.
I went to the dugout you mentioned.
And? What did you see?
I saw a madman. But first, the place is a wreck.
I have to say, I expected a bit more. Place was a wreck.
Total
I
wreck.
beg your pardon, my lord. I only hope you didn't contract gangrene or mites.
Very droll.
There's a scarecrow on an anthill. Wait, that's an anthill?
I like the scarecrow standing there on an anthill.
I didn't
It
see
almost
an ant.
startled me at a distance.
What? Hugo is still there.
Hugo?
I made him with my
that must have been
friends when I
the
was just a lad. Back
name of
then,
your
we heard that
scarecrow.
in some Gutenberg tavern, they have a skeleton called Hugo. And we'd have done anything to see him. But the city was too far.
What's that madman?
So we made our own. He doesn't look much like a skeleton. But we didn't know that then. We were very young.
Very young. It was a ruined wagon.
I found an old wagon near the dugout. At least what was left of it.
Don't even remind me. Me and the lads
A
borrowed
wagon
it from
in
Farmer
its
Tokchek.
Bad shape.
Without his permission, of course. We used to drag it up
The
the hill
lads?
and ride it all the
So
way down.
they were
That is,
more-
until we
more than
crashed
one
it into a
people.
tree. And it ended up in pieces. Only old Tokchek started asking
Tokchek.
around about it.
Is that a
So we hid it under
Is
a
that the
tree near
name
the
of that
dugout
man?
and pretended not to know anything.
Tokchek?
Well, it wasn't as abandoned as you said it was. There's some sort of madman living there.
What?
Who is
A madman? That's strange. Unless...
Who
no,
is he?
that's impossible.
You didn't expect me to run
Did you talk to him?
over there.
What did he say?
I
He
didn't say
said he
anything.
know you.
He just lunged at me and tried to kill me. Eventually
He
he
knows
calmed
you a
down,
lot.
but then he started spouting nonsense. Like he didn't even notice I was there.
But he was talking to no one. He gave me a broken
He
sword.
gave me this broken sword. Does it seem familiar to you?
Is it like a family heirloom of yours?
I don't know much about swords. Why don't you tell me what the man said?
He mentioned you, someone called Libor, and Burkhard. He said Burkhard killed you.
Maybe the old version
That Voiter is dead.
of you.
And now you're worried you've been talking to a
dead.
dead man this whole time, eh? Really? Sounds like a coincidence. I'm sure Burkhard has killed many Voiters.
That's an awful lot of coincidences. What do you mean, many voices?
That's a
It's
bit too many
Voiter, only a
coincidences for
code
my
name.
taste.
Not a
Are
real
you sure
name?
you don't have something to tell me?
I...
Go on. You know you can trust me.
You see, that dugout, we always used to meet up there, me and my two friends. Libor, who it seems you've met, and Voiter.
What? So you're not Voiter. Who was the real Voiter?
And this real Voiter,
Why would you
he was your friend,
use his
right?
name?
Aye. Though I wasn't much of a good friend to him. Everything that happened,
Why are
was
you
my
pretending to
fault.
be Voiter here?
they killed him because of me.
So you're not Voiter? That's of course obvious.
If you're not Voiter, who are you?
Who?
I told
What's
you.
your real name?
Voiticus ex Aridus.
You said it's the same thing, just in Latin. Besides, you're Czech as can be.
Very well. Originally it was, I don't seem to recall.
You don't want to recall.
My God,
What's your real name?
I haven't used my name in so long, I can't remember it anymore.
I refuse to believe it. You just don't want to tell me. Because if I acquired your real name, then I would have means or approaches to investigate your past. Did you know Liber lives in the dugout?
So you knew Libor lives in the dugout? That's why you sent me there?
No, I really thought it was abandoned. The last I heard
why
of
did you send
Libor
me
was
there?
that he ran away from home. I thought I'd never see him again, and I can't say that bothered me. After they
You
killed
sure?
Voiter, I couldn't look him in the eye.
Why did you send me to that dugout? There was literally nothing there except the madman and the wolf's heart.
What did you want me to see in the dugout?
Nothing specific, just the place itself. I used to spend time there with my friends when we were lads. We liked it there, and deaf Ludwig let us play there as much as we wanted. I spent whole days up on the roof, just admiring the surroundings and drawing. That is, until I fell through it.
So you weren't going to tell me
So
about
the
Libor and
three
Voiter?
of you
I wanted to, but I
clashed
didn't even
within
know
that
how to
little
start.
dugout.
I suppose I was
past.
hoping if you see the place, it would help me
It was so
somehow. And in
narrow.
the end, it did.
Why do you blame yourself?
Why do you blame yourself for Voiter's death?
Because it was my fault. If I had been there for him when he needed me, I may as well have chased him into
So you
Burkhard's
lost
grasp myself.
a very
What do you
dear
mean?
friend.
Well, just like in the Trotsky region,
He got
Burkhard
killed,
gathered
and
a
you
band
kind
of
feel
lads
like
around
it was
him,
your fault.
and
And
Voiter
you
was
took
one of
his
them.
name,
And
trying to replace him.
me and
as if,
Libor didn't like it.
as if was he never died.
So we tried to convince him to stop. Only Burkhard found out, and he made an example out of Voiter for anyone who'd think to betray him.
Okay. So the thing with Burkhard was vengeance.
So the thing with Burkhard was purely revenge.
You could say that. I've been fighting it for so long.
I saw that a long time
But when I
ago.
found out at Trotsky he was nearby, I couldn't hold back any longer.
That's enough
Who
for
gave
now.
you the intel?
We can come back to it later.
How did you know
To tell you the
that
truth,
Burkhard was
since we
nearby?
got all the way here, I have another favor to ask. Another one?
How
I
many
know.
favors? I don't have the time now. Later, perhaps.
I'm sorry,
I
but I
gotta
have some work to do myself.
Sort things out.
I'll stop by
myself.
later.
You're telling me tons of new information about your past. And so far, I still haven't got the clue as to what do you need me for. Purely as your errand boy or something else? And what did you need at the end? What's your end goal? For sure, it's not about some masterpiece. That's just a lie you made up. What is it that you're truly seeking? Judging by your telling, your description, I would say vengeance. But that's for the next mission to review that.